All right, welcome to another episode of the Cornerstone of America podcast. I am your host, Alex Jowdy, and I'm joined by my co-host,
David Body.
David Body. Welcome, man.
Yeah, thanks. Been a little bit.
Yeah, a couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
It's been a busy couple weeks. Christmas, and you started a new chapter in your life, career-wise.
Yeah.
With ORW, like full-time now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was something you kind of waiting to announce.
Yeah. We've been kind of talking about it for a bit, but super exciting. Yeah. So they're hiring me as the director of digital engagement and communications. So
It's fancy.
yeah, social media and then working on starting a podcast for them.
Awesome.
So
yeah, we were talking about that before.
Yeah. It's gonna be cool because they have nothing going yet. And there's so many places we could go with a podcast for them.
They're like, you're on a podcast? Like, yes, I've done 3 episodes. I'm a pro.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
No, that's great, dude.
Yeah, so it'll be fun just to kind of, the social media piece is fun because it's not something that I would also either say I'm an expert in by any stretch, but it's something that I've been digging around in just on my own to begin with. And so now a lot of little tricks that I've been learning, I get to really dive in and actually, essentially getting paid to do the research, figure things out, and make it happen. So it's been pretty cool to kind of play around with that, and then looking forward to starting a podcast. I think that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, there's something to be said for, like, I want to do this versus, I am doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know everything? No, but now that I am doing this, and there's a avenue of growth and research and support financially from an organization that wants you to do it.
Right.
There's all this incentive to get better at it. You have these resources, whether it's ORW or like the Iron Council, or now getting a little more comfortable doing these episodes with me here.
Right.
Yeah. So it's kind of like we were talking about before, where it's there's that thing of like you speak something into existence. It's kind of woo-woo, because people like talk about
right,
like just positive like thinking,
right.
But it's not just thinking, right? It's,
right.
I say it and then I live it, and then if I keep doing it and then I act like this is what I'm gonna do,
right?
And I don't mean act like you fake it, but I mean you put yourself in that mindset and then you go pursue those things. Then then it starts building momentum, and then like you get repetition, you get good at it. It's like, oh, okay, this is cool.
Yeah. There's layers to that because number one, from a spiritual perspective, what you speak in the physical is reverberating in the spiritual, and so you can begin to speak words of life into what you're doing and confidence into that. Yeah. And then the other piece is, of course, it's your mindset. Everybody has different names for it, whether it's positive affirmation, you name it. But you can either sit there and say, no, I'm not going to do it because I don't know, which is absolutely true. Like, I don't fully know what I'm doing. Or you can just dive in, start doing it, and say, hey, I'm going to figure this out. And the reality is you figure it out quick when you're doing it.
Yeah.
I feel like
because you're in it.
You're in it. You have to. Yeah. You have to figure it out. Yeah. So I think it's a great opportunity just to dive in. I mean, I love the organization. I'm super pumped to be a full-time part of it. And then to specifically be doing the podcast, especially, that's something I've been interested in getting into for a while, and which is part of what you and I have talked about that landed me here. And so I think it'll just be really cool to start something from scratch. And we've got, one of the big things that with ORW is that it's word of mouth, it's testimony, it's what people have experienced there. That's what draws people in. Right. Well, a great platform for that is a podcast. And so to have the team, to have alumni be able to share on a public forum what happened for them, how they're doing now, that's just another great avenue to get the word out there. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for you just because we've been talking about this a lot off the